Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and I always say smooth sailing from here, and I say that every Wednesday, but it's so true. Like, the rest of the week just goes by like quick, and like the excitement for Friday just gets like greater and greater with every day. So this morning I have an IEP I have to go to at 9. It kind of stinks because it's right in my planning period. Well, like 20 minutes of it's not, but the rest of it's in my planning period, which means I'm gonna miss my planning period not this week. Yeah, I guess this week. Because music is like my only for sure planning period every week, and then this is my music time. So I did get PE yesterday because it is a PE week, but it does still kind of stink because I'd rather not spend my prep period in a meeting, but that's okay. So, it was a struggle to wake up this morning. It is raining today. I thought it was gonna rain yesterday, but it never did. But it is raining today. So it's kind of chilly, so I wore my jacket again. So anyway, I was gonna show you guys I was gonna tell you guys some of the ideas that like I just have kind of flowing in my head. I was watching, oh my god, I'm blanking on who I was watching yesterday. One Happy Classroom, One, W-A-N. I think that's what it's called, One Happy Classroom. Yeah. She was talking about something about breakfast with students, and I don't remember like what the breakfast thing was for, but I think that would be kind of cool because I do lunch sometimes with my kids as rewards, but I think it would be kind of cool to do like a breakfast date almost with them. Like invite them in for breakfast and then maybe get like the little mini donuts and like let them have like 2 of them or something, and then do like breakfast. I think that'd be kind of cool and like a little bit different, as long as they would like remember to come in the morning. That could be kind of cool. And then the other thing I was thinking is, because I'm behind in math, I was thinking during my rotations I might start filming like a lesson. The end of the math topics are like the easier stuff that's not like, I don't know, it's not like necessarily easy, but like they don't need me as much. It's like measuring, money, time, graphing, just like that kind of stuff, shapes. So I was thinking maybe I can film a video of me like teaching the lesson, so then one of the stations they could be doing that, because it's not so much like they need the teacher direction, they just more need like, hey, this is what you do, and then go complete it. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that might be what I'm gonna have to do, because we're down to 25 days and like I'm kind of behind. So but like I don't want to just leave students behind, so I'm trying to like really make sure I'm not moving on with anyone to triple digit subtraction until like I fully know that they know it or they know the addition. So I'm thinking I might do that instead of having like a game station or something. I don't know. That's kind of my plan, whether or not it'll actually work. Plus it's going to be like kind of a lot of work for me to film all those, but then I would have them for next year, so I don't know. I do think it would be efficient, and then because a lot of times those lessons toward the end have like 4 questions on like the entire lesson, and I feel like it's such a waste, like especially like the measuring ones, when they just need to measure things but they just need to be told like how to use the ruler, then they could just easily go do it. And then I remember last year, like I would just sit there while they got it done, and they didn't like really need my help. So I don't know. That's another idea I have flowing in my brain. There was one more thing I had flowing. I don't remember, but anyway, it is 7:50, so I need to start getting my stuff ready for today. I do have to write lesson plans later, or sub plans, so I'll show you guys how I do like sub planning later today. That'll probably be like the topic of this video, so you guys can see how I plan for a sub. And I don't do like anything special, but you can kind of just see like what I do. I've like streamlined my sub planning process to take me probably like 40 minutes, I would say, to plan out like an entire day. Like I would say probably 40 minutes, give or take 10. So it's not too bad. And then I think that's it. So I will catch up with you guys after school today. Hello, it's the end of the day now, and I told you guys this morning that I would show you how I do. I've had something in my eye for the past like 2 hours and I cannot get it out. I would show you guys how I do my sub planning. So to start, I just sat down to get started. It is currently 3:50, so I'm gonna see how long it takes me. It may take me a little tiny bit longer than normal today because I really have no idea like what I want them to do tomorrow. Usually I have like kind of an idea. So what I do first is I basically sit down and just like get out everything that I'm gonna want them to do, and then once I have everything ready, then I'll sit down and like actually type up the sub plans. So I'm gonna figure out what I want them to do by getting all like masters and stuff like that, and then or like if I have the whole thing already, then I'll grab those just so that I kind of know what's going to go on the sub plans rather than like trying to plan it as I type it. It just is quicker that way. So I'm going to figure out what I want them to do, and then I'll show you guys how I type it up. Okay, so I feel like this is taking me so much longer than it normally does, and I don't know why. I think it's because I don't like know exactly what I want my kids to be doing. And I don't know, I feel like there's just like so much time to fill, and I don't know. What I did is I went ahead and I printed a couple math sheets, and I'm going to staple them together, and then I created some videos to go with the stuff. So I just had it like pulled up on my screen, and I used Screencastify to create a video so that they could follow along with me, so they can basically be like doing it with me, but like I'm not there. And so I also made them a checklist I'm going to staple to the front, so they have watch the math video, complete the sheet with me, watch the second math video, complete the sheet with me. They have 2 quizzes on the Pearson website, and then they'll do Prodigy until recess time. I'm sure some of the kids will finish it like really quick, but I don't know what else to fit in, because then if I give them too much, then some of my kids won't finish, and then yeah, so that's what they're going to do for math. For language arts, they are going to do this like little, they'll just do it with the sub, but it's like a little tiny piece of text, and then it has questions that go with it. It's just from our curriculum. And then this is a multiple meaning word worksheet. Once again, it just goes with our curriculum. They do have library tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about that time. I may make copies of this for them to do. It's just like a reading comprehension passage. I may do that in case they get done. And then after lunch, they'll do their guided reading rotations. She obviously won't do guided reading with them, but she'll have them do like their literacy centers. And we have to make a poster for the 3rd through 5th graders for testing. So we're going to do like rock the test. So I've printed out on cardstock some guitars, and I'm going to have them decorate them. And I think I'll have them do that tomorrow and then cut them out at the end of the day. And I think that should pretty much take them to the end. And then I would probably like leave a book out that she could read to them or something. I think that'll be enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have my sub plans from past times like all on here. And so basically all I need to do is to like just fix my things that they're gonna go in. So I keep this. It takes me a while at the beginning of the year to type up the first time, but after that I use it every time, and my schedule pretty much stays the same. So it doesn't take me too long to like, once I get to this point, it doesn't take me too long to type it up. Like I said, it took me longer today to figure out what I wanted them to do, but usually I just use like filler things, and I try to keep our schedule like pretty much the same just so that they're not totally thrown off by what we're doing. So I will type this in and basically just give them directions on what to do. All my ending stuff, which gives like, I don't want to show because I feel like it probably has like stuff on it that I don't want to show, but it has like all of our classroom reminders and like procedures and stuff like that talks about like our seating, moving clips up and down, dojo points, where you can find like band-aids, the emergency backpack, etc., how to like do the Chrome cart, all that stuff. that can all stay the same. So once I have that typed up for the year, I don't really have to touch it or like move it, along with like our cleanup and our pack up routine. That's all stuff that can stay the same. Pretty much a lot of it on there can stay the same because the schedule stays the same like every day. So I just have to fix like the actual activity that they're doing, which doesn't take me too long. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will catch up with you guys after, once I've cleaned up and I'm ready to go home. Okay, so I do apologize, today's vlog was not super exciting. I am like very, very stressed out, and I don't know if I talked about that this morning, but I just feel like there's so many things that need to get done in the next 5 weeks. Not even 5 weeks, the next like 3 weeks, just like the little extras, like Mother's Day gifts, open house, and then all this like test prep stuff that we're doing for 3rd through 5th grade. It's not like a ton of stuff, but we have to like make a poster, and for like testing motivation, just like little things. I just feel like there's so much and there's just no time. Like I can't give up math time. I don't want to give up my guided reading time because my groups are going so well, and I really only have like next week I can even continue to do guided reading, and then like that's it for the year because we have to start doing DRA testing again. All our DRAs are due by the 1st of June, and I usually leave myself like 2.5 weeks to do DRAs just because I don't know, I take like a long time to do them. And if you remember last time I did DRAs, I was doing live grading, so I was actually grading them with the students so they can kind of see like where they were lacking, and like why they got the score that they did. I don't know if I'll do that this time just because it is the end of the year, and like I feel like if I tell them, like they're gonna forget by next year anyway. I don't know. So anyway, that, and then like I have to get Mother's Day gifts done, and I have like kind of like I know what I'm doing, but like I just need to do it. And then I have a few different open house activities that need to be done, and that's all like within the next 2 weeks. And so I just feel like there's a lot. And then I have an IEP like smack dab in the middle of my day on Friday, and Fridays are already minimum days. So yeah, my IEP this morning actually got canceled, so I ended up getting my music time, which was nice, to do prep. Super nice. And I also still have like stuff in my eye. I think it's from my jacket, but it was really cold today, and yeah. So yeah, it is 5:10 and I have not stayed at work this late for a while. Just trying to get stuff done. My last tip for having subs, which I've said this before, but like both of my eyes, I'm like, you know when you just keep blinking and like, so annoying. My last tip is that I always leave my room like way cleaner than I probably would on a normal day. Lately I've been like kind of lazy about leaving like certain things just out when I've got like left, or like not wiped down the counters kind of thing. But if I'm gonna have a sub, I always make sure to leave my room like spotless so that they kind of know my expectation for my room. I feel like if I leave it a mess, then they get the idea that like it's okay to leave it a mess. And I'm not saying every sub is like that, but I have had a few subs like in past years who have like left the room a disaster, and like I hate coming into a disaster the next morning. There's nothing like worse than starting your day off with a classroom that is a disaster and like you didn't do that. Granted, I will be at the site tomorrow, so I'll be back in my classroom like tomorrow afternoon, but I do think it's a good like little like reminder for them, like how you expect the classroom to look when they leave, and how they need to like get the students to clean up the room. So that's another tip that I have. I typically leave a candy for them. I don't have any, and I'm not gonna go to the store tonight to get it. I don't know who my sub is, so I'm not gonna do it this time. Typically I would, but I just don't want to do it tonight. So it's kind of like the last thing I really want to go do. So I think that's about it for today. I'm gonna end off the vlog here, go home and just kind of relax for the night. I feel like there was something I was gonna do at home. I sat on the computer last night trying to figure out stuff that I was wanting to get done, and I just kind of sat there and like stared at my screen for a really long time and could never figure out what it was I wanted to do. So maybe I'll find what I wanted to do last night today. All right, I'm going to go. I will catch up with you guys. I actually may not, I don't know if I'm gonna vlog tomorrow or not. Potentially. TBD, to be determined. I may or may not, because I'm not going to be in the class. It's not going to be like a very exciting day, but sometimes exciting things happen. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow or Friday, depending on what I end up deciding. I hope everyone has a good day, and I will see you guys later.